So I've only seen this movie, The Doom Generation, on VHS on that little five inch black and white TV screen.
Where at, bro?
At work.
Tell me about your work and how you play movies.
All right. Well, here's the deal. Have you ever? So you've seen Blade, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Blade in black and white on a 5-inch VHS? Have you ever seen a VHS of Blade on a 5-inch black and white tube TV?
I'll say this, every time I watch Blade, it's a little too black for me, if you know what I mean.
I know. And if you play a black and white, it's 50-50.
Oh man, it's so black.
See, that's the loophole. No, it adds to the white. If you watch it the colored version, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all.
When I was a kid, I used to watch movies in my bedroom, and I had a black and white, or I had a color video recorder, but it was a VHS camcorder. But when you looked into the eye thing, the viewfinder, it was black and white. And so I would watch movies in my room on the camcorder's viewfinder with one eye. And I would plug in I would put my headphones in, and so I could listen to it. And I would watch like movies in black and white with one eye. That's how much of a movie nerd I was. And I would just watch.
No, dude, William. That is sad as a fuck. What was going on around you that you had to do that?
I just wanted to play with the camcorder and see if I could do it. And then I watched Train Spotting.
Hold on. That's the modern equivalent of watching a full-length movie on your Apple Watch under your covers.
Yeah, but your eye is so close. It's like a giant screen.
No, I get it. But I was the filmer in our little skate crew. And I had that on my little mini DV. It was a little fancier technology, but yeah, it was black and white through the eyepiece, but full color on the flip out screen. So I know what you're talking about, but man,
I was
looking for an escape.
I was in ninth grade.
That's even sadder.
Well, I had a TV also.
Yeah, why? That's what I'm saying. Why didn't you use that?
Because I was the original hipster, Ryan. You're watching VHS tapes at a speakeasy in Austin in black and white. I was looking at that shit in a viewfinder by myself.
No, one's sounds way cooler, William. Mine.
Yeah, but I figured it out.
Sounds way sadder.
Well,
you're trying to pull the George Washington. I get it.
I'll show you. I'll tell you actually what happened. So I had a TV in my room, and I used to watch cable TV because my parents worked for the cable company, so we got free cable. This is how I watched so many movies when I was young. But my grades went to shit, and they took away my TV, actually. So that's why I started watching them on the camcorder.
Yeah, you're a little naughty boy.
I was breaking the rules. It's like, oh, you took away my TV? Well, guess what? I can still watch movies in my bedroom and not sleep.
Fools. They had no idea.
I can still get bad grades.
Yeah, that was one thing I loved about high school when I started getting bad grades. My second year of high school, it was always like, what's going on? You're always like skateboarding and playing World of Warcraft. You need to focus more on your schooling. And I was like, well, it doesn't matter how hard I focus on school, and I'm going to get these bad grades. I'm a dum-dum.
One of the last movies I watched in my bedroom, though, was The Doom Generation.
The Doom Generation. God.
1995.
I felt like, and I'm just going to put my opinion about how I feel about this movie right out the gate. It felt like when I was watching this movie today, it felt like I was in the more modern movie, VHS, and I got stumbled upon a VHS. Yeah, you've seen the movie, a haunted VHS, a cursed VHS.
I never saw it.
Oh, well, it's about whatever, VHS and they're looking at cursed, scary movies. It felt like
Do
this
they
is what I was
hold on?
watching.
Can I ask a
like I was
question?
in ninth grade and I found this VHS and it was supposed to be a scary movie and it was
Ryan.
I don't know what I'm saying.
When people watch the haunted VHS tape in the movie VHS, do they watch it in a camcorder under the covers?
That's what I was getting at. Is like I felt like I was watching a horror, like the Ring VHS on a. I didn't like the Doom Generation,
but it's not even a horror movie.
No, I know. I went way off the rails. This episode is going to be the more words I say in a sentence, the further away from the point I'm going to get.
Well, let me give a little backstory on the Doom Generation and explain it to the audience if they haven't seen it. So the Doom Generation is a film by Greg Araki, and he was a big up and coming independent filmmaker. Not big, but like he had buzz. And he was part of, they called it the new queer cinema wave of the late 80s. And he grew up in Southern California and he was making movies with his friends. And he just like really downplays it. But he made these movies called like The Living End.
When was this?
Late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
So he made this movie called The Living End that got a bunch of festival buzz. And then he made a movie called Totally Fucked Up. And then the Doom Generation kind of feels like, you know, we're in that post. There is, I think, a Wild at Heart influence on this, but there's also like, I don't know if he would say there's a Tarantino influence, but there's definitely a Repo Man influence. And it just feels like it's part of that Tarantino wave of violent, low budget, independent films that it was probably designed to do really well on video. However, it ended up being too violent and having too much nudity, and they were unable to make an R-rated cut that didn't just ruin the film.
This wasn't R-rated?
This is unrated. So I think
I see. Oh, I thought you were trying to say it was PG-13.
It's like it would have been NC-17. I saw it on cable uncut, but at Blockbuster it would say the Doom Generation censored version. And so I feel like it didn't. I know people did watch on VHS, but it didn't really do that well. It kind of was
it's not that great, man.
It's hated by critics. I'll say this though, the thing about the movie that makes it worth watching is the cast is really good. It's like a really early role by Rose McGowan. And
who's that? Which one's that? Which character?
That was the girl. That was Amy Blue. Now, and then the other thing is the music's really good. The soundtrack's great. There's a lot of like 90s, like I don't want to say underground, but these like were alternative bands that they wouldn't even play on MTV. So it does feel hipper than most of the crap.
Yeah, but it's leaning into ska territory in that regard.
There's no ska on the soundtrack, but
but the vibes of this whole movie is leaning towards ska type people. Like it seems like, finish the synopsis.
I guess we're about to enter the. And if this movie was made 3 years later, they might have been listening to ska. But
yes, yeah.
There's a bunch of celebrity cameos in it. Nicky Cat is in it. He's that cool guy, assassin.
All the assassins he was the first one, right?
He's in the Limey. I can't remember his fucking character's name. My friend's going to kill me.
Which one was he? Because there's the drive-through guy was the first one.
He's the drive-through guy. He's the guy who works
the first one. And then the second one,
he plays Stacy.
Those are all the day players. He gets his arm shot off. And then
Stacey.
Elizabeth Banks, or who was not Elizabeth Banks? Who was the fucking second one?
First, I want to say Nicky Cat played Stacy in the Limey. That's who it is. He's also in Dazed and Confused. Parker Posey is the person you're thinking of, Ryan. She's the girl with the heart glasses who wants to have sex with Rose McGowan. And then Margaret Cho's in it. I don't know if you noticed her. Yeah, she puts the Korean or the Vietnamese store.
The mom?
Wife. Yeah. Who goes crazy. Yeah, who goes crazy. Really? And then Heidi Fleiss is in it. famous Hollywood madam. She's a famous prostitute.
Okay.
That was a big scandal in the 90s, Ryan. And then there's like the band Skinny Puppies in it. But
yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of ingredients to this movie that should make it good. The only thing is there's like no that none of it's tied to get none of there's nothing. Like there's no actual metaphor. There's no like it's just flat. It's just like fun, sure. But it's like a wasted opportunity. It seems like it could have been like that David Lynch one we just watched the other week.
Well, it's a lot more lower budget. It's also much more influenced by
is the difference, is what I'm saying.
But you don't understand because it's in the era of slacker. It's in the era of movies without plot. That was a big thing also, was these movies where characters would talk and hang out and they wouldn't actually, they were kind of like anti-plot, anti-character arc. I mean, some of them had it. I mean, most of them have more of an arc than this movie. This movie's really...
That's what I'm saying. No, I get that. This one has no real...
But arc. It's also influenced by like the French New Wave. There's a lot of Jean Luc Godard influence on this movie. I'm sure, Ryan, you are...
Who's that?
Really keying into that. The Jules and Jim kind of love triangle thing going on. There's also a lot of influence on this.
I wouldn't even say it was a love triangle. It was just a threesome right out the gate.
There was a lot of threesome movies at the time also. That was like a big thing. The threesome was like or like the menage a trois. They would always talk about it like movies and like Skinamax movies.
Kinky. That was kinky.
That was a very kinky thing in the 90s. It was like, oh, a menage a trois. But this movie
Fingers in the butts, eating your own cum.
Yeah, this movie is the director's gay. It's funny in the opening title it says a heterosexual film, but it's pretty. There's a lot of gay influence over it. You can tell.
Exclusively gay. It's not only gay.
What about when they were having the men and the women were having sex with each other? I mean,
like that was the only thing I got. It was like these jocks come in at the end. It's only, I don't know. It's only gay, and I don't even know where to start. Like with all those cameos, all those gay player people. Yeah, start somewhere.
Let's start with the characters. Okay, so we got Rose McGowan, who this is her first big role.
She's the lead, I would say,
and she just plays like a valley girl who's into like
Pulp Fiction looking ass,
Hot Topic looking ass. Yeah, so Pulp Fiction and
basic in the 90s alt punk scene. Basic looking ass broad.
She has a French bob,
like Uma.
Well, this is all a reference to Godard because they're both influenced by Godard. But that was also a hip haircut at the time. So she's just like a valley girl, angry bitch on wheels. Like she is always pissed. She's always like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Ew. She sucks, bro. She sucks.
Fuck you.
From the beginning, she sucks.
Fuck you.
But she's with the most sensitive boy.
Who is very Ryan-ish.
You. James. And that's when he's the best character, bro. When he's basically Jesus.
He's the guy from he's the actor who's in Donnie Darko and plays the bunny.
Oh, okay.
What's up, cool. Donnie? He has long, stringy hair.
I don't remember Donnie enough.
He's in Independence Day.
Yeah, he's the kid, right? That's what
He's Randy Quaid's son.
Yeah, the trailer kid, the camper kid.
And then the third actor in the movie is
who I hated. That guy I hated at the beginning. His character, I forget his name. I don't remember any of their names. Victor. Okay, I didn't watch it with subtitles.
Is he Victor?
Which I should have. No, I don't know. The sensitive kid. The cuck boy.
No, he's
I really
X.
hated him at first.
He's X. He's
no,
Xavier.
Xavier's the guy that came in.
Yes, that's what
Xavier's
I'm
the
saying.
bad boy. No, I'm talking about the sensitive boy.
Yeah, Victor or Jordan.
Victor?
Jordan.
I hated that character, and then I was on par with him. Like I was like, I love this fucking dude. I see what this actor's doing.
Hey man,
but like
he's like really dumb and sensitive and just like,
well, also he's like 16. He's like supposed to be young compared to them two, and she's 18. We find out later. Who knows how old he is? We don't even know his real name. He made up his name because of the Rapture billboard.
Jordan?
No, Xavier. So we don't know anything about him. We don't know anything about him.
So the Xavier is played by Jonathan Sheck. I don't know how to say his name. He's in That Thing You Do. He's like the lead singer guy. That's mostly what he's known for. He's in a lot of TV shit. He's like the alpha male. CW. He comes into the relationship and he just takes over. He's a cool, tough guy.
How though? Like, how does he enter their lives?
So the movie starts with Nine Inch Nails playing.
Getting fucking jumped. Sorry.
And then they go, which the Nine Inch Nails, when the movie started and I was like in 9th grade or whatever, and I saw the Nine Inch Nails or heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is tight. I'm into Nine Inch Nails.
9th grade nails, baby.
That'd be a better name for them.
9th grade nails.
They're like, this party sucks. Let's get out of here. It's fucking boring. I wish I was dead. I would kill myself. And so they go to have sex for the first time because they're virgins at like this drive-in or something. And then
they're just in the parking lot, I think, right?
And she's like, stick it in. And he's like, oh, I'm trying. I don't know. I don't know how to have sex. I'm dumb. I'm like so stupid and sensitive. And she's like, ew.
Nah, but she's into it.
You're so sweet. I love you, or whatever. And then Skinny Puppy shows up. They're beating up that guy.
He's getting jumped by 5 people on the hood of their car.
There's a big fight. And they're like, oh my God. And then like he beats him up or like stabs him or something. I don't fucking know. And then he gets in the car and they drive away.
One of the guys in the eyeball.
Oh yeah. They have and that eyeball slicing shot is like the surrealist film Un Chien Andalou, directed by Salvador Dali and Luis Buñuel.
The fuck did you just say?
Luis Buñuel, I'm sorry.
That whole sentence, what the hell did you just say? Like you sounded like you were a fucking Midwest middle-aged Midwest woman at a Mexican restaurant.
Can I get
for guacamole? The fuck did you just say?
Can I get that?
You don't speak Italian.
I was French. Can I
get what I'm saying? It sounded like Italian.
Un chien andalou.
I'll take the vaginas and the
Salvador Dali.
But for real, what did you say? Is that some sort of movie award?
Some famous surrealist film from the 20s. So he gets in the car. They get in a fight. They kick him out. And then they go to like a convenience store. And
Keanu could have been cast for this guy.
They're buying nachos and like soda and like, I don't know, candy. They buy like all they eat is at convenience stores. Everything they buy is like gross food.
Because they're kids. They're literally like 15 and 18 or whatever.
Yeah. And then they don't have the money. Oh, wait. The total comes to $6.66.
Every total. Yeah. Every total and everything in the movie.
So when I was like 9th grade, I'm like, this movie is pretty fucking cool. This is devilish.
That part is still dope as fuck. And when they're on the highway, and sorry, I'm getting at little minute details, but when they're on the highway, every billboard is about the rapture's happened. Doomsday is nigh. Everything is religious. Everything they see is like a religious doomsday, 666. It's like devil versus God. And then that has actually absolutely nothing to do with the plot, actually.
Well, not exactly. So
not at all.
I mean, let's skip forward a little bit, but don't you think in the end he's a martyr when he's assassin or he's killed. Like,
yeah, because what's her name's getting raped, and he says your mom tastes like that. He does a your mom joke, and then gets his dick cut off to death.
well, I'm talking about the nerdy
Like
guy,
Jesus.
the beta guy. He gets killed. He's like Jesus, so he's a martyr.
That's who I said. That's what I said in the text, like right out the gate. But that the way they did that too is when they have to run out the hotel. We're jumping all over the place now, but they had to run out the hotel, and
let's
he's
go back.
naked,
Hold on.
So he just has a red cloth over him in the hair, and he's like, he goes, "I don't care, I don't care." It's on the nose, but with no point.
But I'm just saying that's the payoff. That's it. Yeah. There's rapture billboards.
You said a gay guy wrote this?
Oh yeah.
Wrote it or directed it?
Both.
Well, there you go. It's got no point.
It's so hateful, Ryan.
Clip it.
Ryan, that's I know you're joking and you don't actually mean that, because you would go to hell if you believe that.
No, I wouldn't go to hell, because hell, you want to go down this route? Hell ain't real.
I know
heaven's real.
No, Ryan.
If heaven's real, and that means God's real, and then God's like, this is why this movie is stupid, because it got me thinking about this stuff. I'm just trying to fuck God, yo.
Trying to fuck God or fight God?
Both. I hope it starts off as a fight, and then it ends up as a horny tussle. And then I wanted to start off with me doing the itsy bitsy spider goes up the God, he's back.
What's this? You're gonna molest God like a child?
From the fucking Doom generation, the scene when he watches them in the hotel.
Oh yes.
And then the next morning he just goes the itsy bitsy spider. He does the itsy bitsy on my boy. All right, let's get back into a.
That scene was between two men, so I didn't pay any attention to it.
Oh, you're too busy jerking off. That's when you were cleaning up your nut mess.
I was cleaning up my nuts, my nut by licking it off my hand.
Bro, that also was obviously cinnamon from Cinny Biscuits from.
You thought that was like a Cinnabon?
Yeah, because my nut it looks like bird shit. It's like yellow and purple and white.
There's like black stuff in the middle.
And it's always just dropping on people's heads from above.
And cars.
Yeah. I just go up to tall buildings and then jerk off on it.
When I was in 8th grade.
Somebody does that somebody does that, right? That's like a thing somebody probably does.
When I was in 8th grade, I was like, we went to Hawaii with my family, and they rented like an apartment or a condo for a week. And I used to jerk off every night onto like a glass table, like an end table. And there was just a giant crusty stain on the table after like 5 days.
What'd you do? Or like, what were you thinking? Like it was just going to disappear?
I don't know, man. I just didn't clean. I didn't clean up after myself.
I've been in that situation too. Yeah, that's how I learned how to clean up. But a glass table?
I don't know if my parents cleaned it up or someone eventually had to clean that up and was like...
Nobody mentioned it. Nobody mentioned it to me.
And they sprayed it. Eventually someone got it wet and just immediately realized what it was. Like, oh, that's cum.
If it was like some poor maid.
It'd be cool if the cum bubble, crusty bubble, like crusty stain, like the sunlight went through the window and like lit it up like a magnifying glass and like
lit the place on fire,
burned the house down. That'd be tight. But yeah, anyway, this movie has very 8th grade boy energy. This is the perfect movie for bad middle school kids and bad high school kids. Anyone older, don't bother.
I would prefer that for people to watch it, people that have already had sex.
No.
You think? This is not how I want people to learn how to be doing sex, because they make that dude look cool. And then they make, like, I get what you're saying. It's for the 8th grade, but you're saying that because they're acting like children.
If you're like 23 and you have...
Wait, also, how old is an 8th grader?
14.
No, I'd say at least be driving. At least have the opportunity to fuck in a car before
At
you
least
can
have the
realize.
opportunity. No.
At least have the opportunity to be able to fuck in a car before you watch this movie. Because, and I will defend my boy right out the gate at the beginning in the parking lot when he's like, I'm trying, I can't get it in. It's hard to fuck in a car sometimes, y'all, especially in the front seat.
The first time I had sex in a car, it was not easy. I was a senior in high school, and it was difficult for me. I didn't understand what I was how I was supposed to lay.
Exactly. I had a Buick too, and that bitch in the middle goes up, so it's just a full bench in the front. But we even just went into the back. I was like 23 though.
I wore a condom, so that made it easier to clean up. I didn't just splooge all over the back seat of the car.
Always. Also, second thing, always wear a condom. Always. Even
no
if you're
way.
married, yes.
If it's a first date, no condom. Roll the dice. That's what I say.
Yes, no comments. That's what William says, but he doesn't go on first dates. He doesn't know what it's like out there. Where to?
Roll the dice. Let her pick.
No, here's what you do. You put a condom on, Andrew Dice Clay style. You swap that sucker around through the back.
Like a cigarette, like how he smokes a cigarette.
Yeah, you do it backward. Yeah, exactly. You do it like
under the leg.
From the front, you go through. Up and down and under the leg, and then light it up, ladies. And then you got to say this one, ladies only.
Well, I think if you can have sex or drive a car, you're much too old to watch this movie, and you should be doing cool things like driving a car or having sex.
You should be living it. Yeah, that's fair. But I just don't want kids to learn sex this way.
Well, why not? How should they? What's a good movie? What's a good movie if you're 14 years old, you're about to be in high school, you're about to have sex eventually? What movie should you watch to teach you about sex?
Happy Feet.
I don't remember a sex scene in that film.
Okay, Happy Feet 2.
Surf's Up.
That one gets a graphic.
What about Shrek 2?
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of the one with the penguins. That's the documentary, not the cartoon.
You know, Ryan, you're a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I should have known you weren't going to answer seriously.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you ask me, a good movie, I think, for a middle school kid would be...
I didn't ask. So let's move on to the next topic. Nobody asked.
I was going to say Silence of the Lambs. Honestly, Wild at Heart. But yeah, this is like...
Yeah, actually, honestly, Wild at Heart. That's like true. Well, yeah, that's true romance. But that's also stick up for yourself. Stick up for yourself if a little William Dafoe comes in your room.
So speaking of sticking up for yourself, they go to this, they're buying nachos and candy and beer and blah, blah, blah.
Those nachos too. I need to talk. Put a pin on the nachos, bro.
It looks like nachos you get at a Little League sports game in 1994.
No, not even. The nachos don't already have the nacho cheese on them in the fucking display case. What the fuck? Who was on set design? Who was in the art department? Those nachos would have been soggy as fuck if they'd been in there for 30 seconds.
Well, maybe
they didn't just sitting in there with cheese. They came pre-cheesed.
Maybe they didn't have the machine to pump it.
You don't pre-cheese. And then half of them were pre-cheese. I paused and rewound on the video to look at this scene because it was the most disgusting scene in this. And a dog dies. There's rape. Some dude gets his dick cut off. This was the most disgusting scene in the movie.
So they don't have the money. The Vietnamese store clerk pulls out a shotgun. They don't know what to do. And then
it's a different scene, but okay.
X and Xavier comes back. Xavier comes back, beats the shit out of the guy. Yeah, maybe they don't get nachos in this scene. Maybe they're buying candy or some shit. Yeah. I don't remember.
But Xavier X just pops up behind him out of nowhere and starts
beating him up, grabs the shotgun, points it towards his head, and then blows his head off. Very similar to Wild at Heart, I must say. Very similar to when Willem Dafoe got his head blown off.
Yeah, except there was like a really cool dialogue before and after and during that scene in Wild at Heart. This one was like, oh, that's a good example. Wild at Heart is like what this movie really wanted to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing. That's what I noticed this time watching it. Like
this movie sucked
when they're dancing in the club to the metal or the Nine Inch Nails. It's
no, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
That's a very similar scene to Wild at Heart. So they blow that guy's head off. They're running through the parking lot. They get in the car. They drive away. They go to a motel. And then they're like, Rose McGowan's like, I'm going to take a bath. And then blah, 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 that.
Yeah. They take baths in every hotel they stay in.
Yeah, that's hip.
This is disgusting.
These
people are disgusting.
Yeah, come on, Ryan. You never been on a road trip with your buds?
Yeah, I never took a bath. let alone like that's nasty.
But it's a movie.
I haven't had a bath in 15 years, and this is why I can't relate to it.
The bath allows you to.
They take a bath in every fucking movie or motel they go to. This movie gets so fucking boring because that they're just at a hotel. They fuck. One of them's not there. Then the other one's fucking, and then one's taking a bath.
One jerk it off.
Movie.
One's eating the cum.
Literally, it's the same scene over and over for like the middle act of this.
Yeah, but then film. What ends up happening is the relationship evolves so that Rose McGowan, who hates this ex guy, they of course have sex. He's a lot more mature, a lot older, a lot more experienced. He teaches her how to have sex.
Yeah,
and then she teaches
stuff.
She teaches her boyfriend how to have sex, and he says he's not jealous. He kind of watches. He knows. He doesn't really care, but he kind of understands, and he's so sensitive. Also, if he was hurt, he wouldn't say anything. And then it just becomes a sex triangle, love triangle kind of movie until the ending, where three tough guys.
It's like five, isn't it?
Who are all played by gay porn actors, cover themselves with swastikas, and then they rape Rose McGowan, and then they kill James Duval by cutting his penis off with garden shears. And then Rose McGowan grabs the garden shears and cuts the other two guys up, or all three of them, and just kills them. And it's all over an American flag. And each character's last name is a color of the American flag. So it's like Amy Blue, Jordan White, Xavier Red, white, and blue, man. Makes you think, dude. It's like
fucking stupid.
It's like America, man. Now, Ryan, you never saw Easy Rider, right?
I don't know.
Because Easy Rider has a very similar ending.
Stupid.
Tough, American guys, like good old boys, kill them at the end.
What's going on? What are you fidgeting with your mic for?
Oh, I'm stroking it, bro. I'm getting it.
I can hear. Every little touch and dangle. What do you got? A tattoo of Jesus on that sucker?
I need something to play with.
Yeah, and there's a tattoo of Jesus. You can.
So
he has a freaking tattoo of Jesus on his dangus in the movie.
She's like, I've never seen a tattoo there before, and he's like, it's so when I fuck someone, they can say, I have Jesus inside me.
Yeah.
You didn't think that was funny? You're a professional comedian.
Yeah, I'm a professional comedian. I'm also a professional movie watcher.
This is true.
Well, it wasn't funny enough.
Was that a good joke, though?
Nah, I mean, no, because we didn't even see it. This is what I'm saying. That could have been everything in this movie could have been, it was all style and no script. Like everything about this movie should have been 10 times better. But there was all this buildup, all these exes chasing after her, and you never see him again. And then there's at one point an entire Illuminati government that's like, we need to find her. They're going on a mass murder spree. The FBI's, but then they never come back again. And then it's just some random fucking three dudes. So I don't know, man. I don't know. This movie's full of bozos and dinguses, and I know we're supposed to have fun about it, but gosh dang. Here's what I want to see in a movie.
Tell me.
I want to. No. Let me tell you. So specifically about the scene when they're driving down the highway and they run over that dog.
Oh yeah, they didn't run it. Did they run it over, or was it just
they
on
run
the
it
road?
over and then they ran it over? They run it over because they do this really cool shot where you can see the blood on the convertible as they're like panning out when they're walking into the front to see the damage. And here's the kind of movie I want to see. They go to put this dog out of its misery. It's suffering. It's whimpering. It's dead, right? It's bleeding internally. X goes up with his knife. X gonna give it to him. He's gonna give it to him. X gonna give it to him. And he pulls his knife out. And he stabs his throat. But the movie I want to see is the dog's paw stops the knife, breaks the dude's wrist, stabs him, kills the other guy, the soft boy, picks up the girl, gets in the car. This golden retriever, he's injured. He's injured. He just got hit by a car. Drives away into the sunset with the broad, and it says Air Bud 3, Air Bud 9.
You on the text message, you said this scene bothered you. You didn't like seeing a dog get killed.
I did not say that in the text thread.
You said something about that. Like, how come every movie William makes me watch?
I said, how come every movie William has me watch has a rape scene and a dog mark? Yeah, every movie with a bunch of rape involved in it also has dogs getting killed in it, which is like, I get it. It's visceral. It's shocking. But why is it always dogs? Why isn't it cats? Why isn't it? I just saw a weird coincidence.
Well,
I'm on a weird number 23. And we have personally watched on this podcast about 4 to 17, probably like 25 movies where somebody gets raped and as well as a dog getting murdered. And I'm just waiting for the day that both happen in the same scene.
Well, I'll say this.
When are we gonna watch somebody fuck a dog corpse is what I'm getting at.
I'm looking through my archives of film. I'm trying to.
Air Bud 10, and this is what I'm talking about. People think the Air Bud franchise is dead.
Do you even remember the first Air Bud movie?
Mm-hmm. He played basketball.
And there was a clown?
Yeah.
What if I told you the actor who played the clown died of AIDS?
Yeah.
He did, for real. That's L. Ron Blomquist from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. One of the great actors who died of HIV.
How so? How'd he get it?
He fucked Air Bud, who also had HIV. And
that's why they had to replace Air Bud and Air Bud too.
It was a first date, so they didn't use protection, as you do. Uh-huh. And Air Bud just ripped up his asshole and blasted in that bloodstream with his beautiful yellow.
He said, alley-oop?
Bird shit come.
He said, alley-oof?
Yeah, then he dunked. Then he bounced the basketball and said he was wearing a jersey
on his hand. He was jerking off while he was watching his owner and somebody else fucking in a bathtub.
He wore a blue and yellow jersey.
It was blue and white. No, it was blue and yellow. Yeah. You know what number he was?
Air Bud?
03.
I thought he was just 0.
03. Check it out. I don't know, but how sick would it be if I was right?
What is he wearing? He played football in another movie.
0. Yes.
It's hard to see his fucking jersey. It looks like 8 something. 8
0 03
9. Look at he wears shoes. I forgot about that. They make him wear Jordans. Sneakers.
He wears Airbuds.
Airbuds.
Mm-hmm. Air Buddies. Nike's Airbuds.
It'd be cool if he sold shoes.
He sold out and he died of a speed overdose.
Just like Rose McGowan takes speed in this movie.
Well, it's literally the same. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
What about did you enjoy seeing her nude in this film, Ryan?
No. Yes, but like, yeah, seeing boobies and stuff, but it got old because it was like I hated the dudes around her.
How come you don't like these guys? Which one do you relate to more, for real?
Which one do I relate to more?
Yeah, the cum licker or
Yeah,
the guy?
definitely the soft boy. Definitely the
Jesus,
yo-yo in the junkyard while somebody's fucking my girlfriend.
he plays with a yo-yo and he like
He
comes.
walks off. He jerks off to. He gets cut. Well, he's gay and he's obvious or he's bi. At least. He's like obviously into the dude.
But the other guy could be bi. I mean, it's just one big giant gay fuck
Well,
fest.
that's
Let's be
what
honest.
everybody's gay and nobody's happy. And
That's the
that's what
name of
this
your new
movie
book.
is. No, that's somebody said that. That's like a saying.
Louis C.K. said that on Conan. Everybody's gay and nobody's happy.
He did. And it's like, yeah, nobody's gay, bro. Everybody just wants you to put your dick away. Damn. And we're not happy because you just jumped in front of me with your dick out, bro. Like,
What
Jesus Christ.
would this
Get
movie
your
be
little
better?
wrinkly ass, ogre
Right.
looking ass Welsh dick out of my face, bro.
Wouldn't this movie be better if Louis C.K. was in it as X?
As the dog.
He got run over. It's just Louis C.K. as a dog.
But he as himself, and everyone's like, Jesus, is that young up and coming? Because it's 95. Is that young up and coming comedian Louis C.K. that we just ran over? Somebody's gonna have to put it out of its misery.
Is that dog jerking off?
And he's just fucking naked in the middle of the road jerking off. He jumped in front of the car to jerk off. That's how Louis C.K. dies.
I think it would be cool if the Bad Lieutenant showed up also in this movie.
Yeah, or even Nick Cage, Wild at Hearts. They were just like when that girl, one was a dog and they didn't even show it.
So remember in Wild at Heart, yeah, there's a girl.
People, and then they watched the last moments of her life.
Yes, just like the dog.
But this one was so fuck. It was like girl was changing from dating a boy to dating a man. Like fucking stupid, man. The Doom generation. What'd this person do after the fact? Nothing for like 30 years, right?
You made a movie called Nowhere, which has so many celebrities in it and so many future famous people in it. It's kind of hard to even believe. Like,
what is it? Is it suck like this? Because this person is not a storyteller. They might just be friends with celebrities, is what it looks like.
Ryan, you got to think of story in a new way. A new way.
Not even one of them had a superpower.
A 90s way. Where you just like hang out and like drink coffee and you like chill and talk about stuff.
It's not the 90s anymore, bro.
Whoa, what if a movie is just about like people in love driving a car on a journey?
That was Wild at Heart. That was a good movie. This was not that. You turned me into a movie guy. What is this, episode 95?
Yeah, not all the movies will be good, Ryan.
Look how bitter I am now. If somebody could go back, if one of our listeners could go back and clip how I talked from day one, I'm like, listen, William, you should give the movie a chance. It's cool. It's got character. It's got heart. 5 stars, 5 out of 5. I hate it.
Okay, well, what if it was what if Louis C.K. was the girl? And he had a French bob, and he
at the end when he's all
get away from me, eat a fuck.
I hate being a father.
What about the scene when they go to the
the dialogue was impeccable in this though.
When they go to the Carno burger and order in the drive-thru. This is like a very 90s thing. It was all like there's so many.
What was that restaurant?
What is this thing in the 90s about like fast food? And like Beavis and Butthead, Simpsons, they're always making fun of fast food restaurants. And they're always like Big Kahuna Burger and Pulp Fiction. They go to like this one, they go to a dinosaur themed fast food restaurant. And they're like, let me get like one extra a Slurpee beef chunk, grande granola, and one Slurpee cum bucket. It's like everything has this like very stupid.
Look up Taco Bell's menu right now, bro. They were
Is
Bro,
it
look
Taco
up.
Bell who is the one who
Look
did this? Is Taco Bell the
the
one that went too
juicy
far?
beefy gordita quesadilla Reala on. Think outside the bun, bro. Yeah, no, there it was a common joke because it was like a joke my grandparents did. It's a street joke
The
because
best.
fast food is fucking disgusting and so delicious in the beginning of the end of humans farming.
You're big on fast food, right? You think like fast food is the future of cuisine.
Yeah, everything fast. Anything in life that happens lickety split, the faster the better. Fast greater than quality. Like if humans died faster, that'd be dope.
If we aged ourselves and died sooner, that'd be cool. Like they should make us smoke cigarettes.
Like back like back in the original days. So where was anybody's parents? Well, it only showed Victor's parents because he called on the payphone to leave a message and they hung up the voicemail. Because they were gone for weeks.
Jordan.
Oh, it was Jordan.
Well, the parents being gone, I'm glad they don't show the parents. I mean, they would have been lame characters.
Yeah, but they like it. I had poor parental guidance, or I had no parental. They didn't even mention, like they didn't even bring up. He just called. He was Jordan was the only one because he was a soft boy.
Xavier said his mom killed his father.
Yeah,
but I mean, it is very similar to Wild at Heart. We're looking at similar movies. I think I'm going to do another 90s movie next week with Motorama. Motorama is funny. It's about like a 12-year-old kid who steals a car and goes on a cross-country chase looking for playing cards from gas stations. And he gets
I'm just trying to do hood rat shit with my friends. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, there's
Hell yeah, let's watch this.
Well, you're going to be gone. You're going away.
Then don't do it that week.
Where are you going?
We're going to Nebraska.
Oh, boy. And you can't do a pod in Nebraska?
I don't want to.
Wow, that hurts.
I'm going back to hang out with my niece.
You're eating a sausage patty.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hang out with your niece for 2 weeks.
I eat meat now again.
You suck at it, that's for sure.
At eating meat?
So you're going to hang out with your niece for 2 weeks? That sounds boring as fuck, dude.
Yeah, she's cooler than y'all.
Family should only be visited for...
Oh, dude, she actually got teeth like William Dafoe. And
Wild at Heart?
Yeah, it's actually not funny, but yeah,
she's got
teeth like them.
Mountain Dew mouth?
Right now. No, she was just 3 months premature.
Is she a baby?
She's 7. She's gonna get free implants when she turns like 14.
She got little itty bitty teeth because she was premature and they just don't grow it.
She's gonna have to get full implants. Yeah.
She
went through her babies, but her grown-ups are, I don't know,
they're confused. Wow, that is a David Lynch character. That's cool.
She's premature, bro. She's a miracle baby. She's literally a miracle. Yeah. So yeah, my ass is gonna go spend time with her over. You guys are like the opposite. You and Adam are like fetal alcohol babies. She is like a miracle baby. You guys were overdeveloped.
Thank you. I was in the womb for 13 months.
You were, right?
And I breastfed until I was 14 years old.
Did your mom drink?
No. I wasn't fetal alcohol. I wasn't a fetal alcohol baby. The rumors are not true.
Damage, bro.
Adam maybe was.
No, he was just born in Florida. That's just how they are down there.
He's a flipper baby. Adam doesn't have arms. He has like flippers.
Right. So Adam, speaking of flipping, I started watching Doom Generation, and I had Adam. This is how I had it set up. I had Adam as the woman,
Yeah,
and
right.
then me as the sensitive boy. No, I was the woman. Adam was as Jordan, the sensitive boy, and you were always the creep guy that ate his own cum.
Thank you.
You in every scenario.
That
And
means
he was the coolest guy. He was the coolest and he was the most handsome, but that's not why I picked him for you.
I
But
fuck you. That means we have
so
sex, Ryan.
that's how I had it at the beginning. But then every time things flipped, I was like, fuck, no, that is not how. Now I'm the cuck boy.
So what did we learn? What's the message of the movie?
Don't just let some dude that's getting jumped by 5 guys on the hood of your car get into your car.
But he saves them later.
He put them in a predicament to save them later. He started the situation, but it's a real Batman Joker situation. Chicken and the egg.
Bro, I think life's a journey and you got to get on that road. You got to get on that highway. You just got to drive.
Life is
yo.
not a journey. Life is
yeah,
a highway. I agree with.
I think we got to drive.
Take it all night long. You know what I'm saying?
I wish me, you, and Adam could go on a road trip together and just explore our sexual awakening.
Jesus, dude. I was playing it.
Yeah, where should we?
Men on the road.
We go to Palm Springs to Miami Beach, bro.
Let's meet in the middle. I'm in Texas.
I'll pick you up. We just have 3 ways every night.
but no. This is a full like month-long trip. So the first week, like I'll just fuck Adam, and then there'll be tension between you and me. But then you'll fuck Adam, and then there'll be tension between me and him, and then Adam will fuck you, and then you. Man, this movie was stupid. There was and then they didn't have any I thought it was maybe we're gonna be like, oh, this is a metaphor for post-apocalyptic life. No,
right. This movie is just an excuse to sell.
No, I get it.
A bunch of cheap videotapes to
wasted
teenagers.
Opportunity though. They're like, because it was cool. It looked cool. Like I don't care if it was low budget. It looked cool. It was catchy. It had everything. If it just had just one person involved that somehow tied it together. I'm not talking going David Lynch.
I'm just saying. You're too old.
I'm just saying, what is the moral
You're too old.
Of the story?
You have to be. This is for you. Really, this movie only works for people in high school.
Why the fuck did we watch it? Why are you watching it?
I saw it.
Like 45,
I saw it.
Bro.
I saw it in high school. It's a road movie. You know, it's an existentialist road film. It's
existential. He doesn't ask an existential question until the end of the movie.
Well, there you go.
What do you think our existence is? And then he gets his dick chopped off by some preppies with Swazi on their chest.
They're called swastikas. So
Swazis, bro, you ain't even know the lingo.
The thing is, I like the aimlessness, the nihilism of this movie, and I like how non-serious it is or unserious. I like that it just doesn't give a shit. I like that it's all attitude. I feel like we need more of this in modern independent filmmaking.
I don't disagree. I just think this one was boring.
This is a little film. It's not doing too much.
It ain't doing squat.
It has some funny sets. It has some funny cameos. It has.
Actually, the dialogue, yeah, the quips are pretty funny. You said a couple of them already.
This is a movie where they play it in a really cool speakeasy in Austin, Texas. That only really cool VHS. People hang out on VHS. It's very hip.
Mm-hmm.
It's very ironic.
If you come to Austin, hit me up. I bartend there. I'll let you know what's up. I'll probably won't.
Yeah, you could have if you like Ryan, he can make you a drink.
Yeah, and then this is what I sound like.
And I just go off. I'll probably drink it too in front of you.
And then I'll be like, here's the thing about dogs getting raped and their throat slit in movies.
If you want to hang out with Ryan, you can buy him a drink and he'll hang out with you. You could just buy him a drink.
I'm doing a agreeable face to camera right now to the audience listeners.
You just have to make sure you're a preemie baby with little baby teeth.
At least one, top or bottom, it don't matter. It could be right or left. Don't matter which side of your mouth has little tiny baby teeth.
You know, on my teeth, I have a tattoo of Jesus.
Why?
So when I bite you, so when I bite you, I can say you just got bitten by Jesus.
I have what? Nah, that don't work.
I have Jesus tattooed on the inside of my asshole. So when
Also,
I get fucked, so when I get fucked in the ass, it's like, no, I have a tattoo of like a little Jesus around my asshole, and it's like his asshole. So when you fuck me in my asshole, it's like you're fucking Jesus in the asshole.
I got the same thing, but it's Jesus's mouth.
Oh, tight on your asshole. So you're like, oh, you're not fucking me in the ass. You're fucking Jesus's mouth.
Fucking Jesus, your face, fucking Jesus right now, and it's detailed, bro.
And your hairy ass is the beard.
It has the arms going out. It's like him on the cross.
And his body
down. It's full detail. It's just Jesus on the cross, but the mouth happens to be my asshole, and his is open.
The crown of thorns and everything. He's crying.
I got one leg on one leg and the other leg on the other, and when I cross him, he's pinned up against the cross. Just imagine it.
I have Jesus tattooed on the front of me with a little body, but his dick is my dick, so it's like a little drawing of Jesus with a giant dick.
And then a little air bubble on the top that just says, I get off on this shit. What if that's what the last thing Jesus said?
And then I'm the tip of my dick.
And he's just bondered up.
And then on the tip of my dick, I have the clown from Air Bud tattooed on. And he's saying,
honk, honk.
Yeah, he's saying honk, honk if you want AIDS. R.I.P.
Get
great
on
actor.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, sir.
Or don't. Who knows what it's like in the next life? It could be crazy, and it could be like you don't want to sleep, you know. So rest in
Michael Jeter, R.I.P.
Be dead
dude.
well, and be dead well, my guy. Be dead well.
Yeah, he's in Fear and Loathing Las Vegas. He's the clown in Air Bud. He's a great actor.
Wait, is he a dog?
No, he's the clown.
I thought everybody in Air Bud was dogs.
There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't fuck the clown in the ass, Air Bud.
Oh my God. Fucking the William character, X, talks about getting fucked by a dog.
Does he?
Fucking
oh, yeah, dog. A golden retriever.
Yes. And he goes, he was a consenting adult. And he was like, ugh.
But maybe he's joking.
Sucks, dude.
It's edgy. It's hip. You're into it.
Sucks. I'm not watching. And then William goes, watch it again before we record.
Well, you were cleaning your room. You weren't paying attention, bro.
I wasn't paying attention because I was a bizord.
Let me get one extra barfy burger with cheese.
See, that shit was funny.
With cheesy nuts. Can I get the AIDS of the clown from Air Bud in a cup? This poor guy.
Doom generation.
This poor actor died of HIV.
How'd they pay for gas? How'd they pay for?
What about inflation? I mean, this is the 90s. You could be a slacker and just live forever.
I'm doing that now, but I still got to pay for shit.
You're a
hardworking
slacker.
You have to be if you're slacking. You have to work hard. If you're a drunk, you have to work hard to keep it up.
You ever drink mouthwash or anything like that?
No.
Use mouthwash?
Yeah. I got some in my car, and it's hot. It's hot, dude.
You steal the spit from a dentist, the spit jars.
Yeah. Last time I went to the dentist, I had that little suction cup, and then I asked if I could just plug it in. I bring my own plastic tube and like a reappropriated catheter. It's clean, it's not used, and then I just suck all my own spit back into that catheter and I take it home. And the dentists always think it's weird, but there's like no legal thing against it.
Can't stop me, bro. You can't stop me. They will not prosecute this crime in this county.
That's what I tell them.
I am taking this spit.
I'm trying to take my own spit. I don't know what you guys are gonna do with my spit. Some QAnon shit. I'll be taking my own spit and blood from this dental. No, man, I just drink twisted teas.
Dentist office. Dental office. It'd be cool if Beavis and Butthead were in this movie. I could see them fitting it in this kind of world, you know, like banging Rose McGowan. It's like, whoa, she's hot.
She was hot too, but
too hot for this world.
THCW.
I was thinking about like how Harvey Weinstein tried to rape her.
Oh, she was one of the ones that spoke out.
Yeah, she spoke out pretty heavily. But then I was thinking about like, so Harvey Weinstein had like a genital fungus or something that like ate the flesh of his testicles and penis.
That's real?
Yeah, so he had this disease where like his genitals rotted off. And I was thinking like when he's in prison.
That's his Phantom of the Opera origin story?
Yeah. So like when he's in prison, is he getting raped and does it feel like a vagina?
Like it rotted off?
Yeah. It's like,
so that's why he like hid in the bushes and made people take showers because he couldn't do anything about it.
He would like eat them out. It's called Fournier's gangrene. You got to see a picture of this shit, Ryan. It's so fucking crazy.
Bro, this is why back to the God and the devil shit, because this whole movie I thought was going to be like a rapture thing. And like,
never mind.
People, I'm not looking at that picture.
It's so incredibly graphic. It looks like a shotgun blast to a person's crotch. Like it just is gone.
Yeah,
it's just
said that was Weinstein this whole time.
Yeah, that's like a multi.
That's why he became Harvey Weinstein.
He was raping before,
but he had that his whole life.
No, this happens to like a lot of like overweight guys. It's like a fungus that grows out of control. It's like a flesh-eating bacteria, kind of gangrene. But yeah. So
honestly, I'd let Weinstein corner me in a party if I would have known this. And I was like in Hollywood, and he was like, "Yeah, I heard you want to be in this movie. Why don't you come into this shower room with me?" And be like, "Listen, buddy, I know you're gonna try and do some weird sexual stuff to me, but like, I'm down. I just want to see what that weird ass gangrene cock look like. I just want to see that hole in your crotch, bro. Like, let's go. Yeah, I'll get naked. Oh yeah, I'll jerk off in the shower while you're watching the ferns." But like, let me just see that nasty ass fucking hole of a crotch you got, you coward ass piece of shit. Ooh.
And he gets like really embarrassed. He's like, "What? No.
Oh, come on, you dog.
It's not like that. It's really, I have a really hard, nice penis."
Sure
I'm not going to rape you anymore. I'm leaving this party. I'm embarrassed.
Oh man, I'm not going to be Hollywood famous now. And that's the true ally. Me sacrificing my famous Hollywood career to humiliate gangrene cock, Harvey Weincock. Told you I was going to be drunk and high.
So what else can we say? What's our ratings, you know? Look, I've been a little too easy on the movies. This is an average film at best. 2.5.
Well, we've been doing good ones though. We've been doing, I would say, 3.5 to 5-star movies the last month. I feel like I've been doing at least 4.5 to 5. And this one felt very disappointing compared, especially back to back with Wild at Heart.
It's a tough act. It's a tough act to follow.
Poor pairing. Do not watch this movie right after you've seen Wild at Heart. 2. Now I'd probably go.
You can give it
2. I want to go higher because it looks great.
It's too intense.
I thought it was
too scary for you.
It wasn't even scary. It was just fucking lame.
You can't handle this
I don't
dark
mind
truth.
like again going back to Wild at Heart. I don't mind like the weird rapey tension. Willem Dafoe in the thing in the apartment. That because it's good. It's good tension. It's good editing. It's good film. And this one was just nothing. It like created a bunch of characters that didn't matter. Whereas
Yeah,
in Wild at Heart, every side character you immediately saw you immediately cared about them, even if they were only in it for 30 seconds. This one
like
tried to do that, like the girl getting killed in a car accident.
what about the guy with the Donald Duck voice?
Yes, literally every character. And in this one, they tried to do the same thing where they're just like going to have a bunch of cameos. And they're like, I'm going to come and kill you. This is Scott Pilgrim versus ex-girlfriends. Like, fuck off. And then they didn't. And then only one came back. Like, it didn't matter. It was fucking lame, dude. You know what? 175. Can I do that? Yeah. Now two, because it looked good. I like the actors, sure.
Nice boobies.
Yeah, that's always not enough, though.
You get to see that guy's balls from behind.
Like 7 times. It's good to see a sensitive guy's balls from the back. You don't see that a lot.
That's brave. That a lot. It's a very brave form of acting.
It's not like that's something I wish I could throw on my resume.
Your balls? Listen, like instead of a headshot, your balls.
I can do no. It's all verbal. I can ride a bike. I can skateboard. I can ride a scooter. Some fun attributes. I can do a cartwheel.
This is your acting resume.
This is my acting resume and the fun trivia tricks. I can ice skate. I can rollerblade. I can roller skate. I look good. I'm a sensitive boy whose balls look good from the back. I can pole vault. I can play tennis. That's it.
This part actually requires your balls to look good from the front.
I go only from the back. You got to have a sensitive tush. That's the thing. That my boy had a sensitive tush. I wanted to just pinch it. I wanted to slap the other guys. I wanted to slap X's tush every time he saw it. But when he saw Jordan's tush, you just want to give it a little goose. Little boy tush. A little sensitive tush.
I'm sorry. Are you saying you want to fuck this guy? Is that what you're...
No, I just want to pinch his butt and tickle his balls from the back. What did you hear?
What do you think about the scene at the end when they finally get to double team Rose McGowan, but then she has to pee?
She has to pee. Story of my fucking life.
I never got to do the Devil's three-way, 2 guys and a girl.
I've never done a 3-way.
Yeah, me neither. We never could pull it off.
Oh, I learned coding so I could deep fake it, but no, it's never.
If only we lived in the same city, Ryan. We can go.
Work, bro.
We could go out.
Me and Adam. You, me, and Adam.
We could double team Adam. Just have him in the middle. Going mouth to ass.
Who is Adam?
Mouth to ass to mouth. Adam's the fucking sensitive guy.
Adam's just laying on his back. This is gonna get graphic.
We're having lemon party.
Adam's laying on his back. We're all buck naked. No, actually, you and I are still clothed because we're clothed because we thought it was gonna be like a little goofy, and he's taking it serious. And Adam's fully buck ass naked on his back on an American flag. The only thing he's wearing is American flag toe shoes, and he just reaches out and unzips both of our pants with his toe shoes. And he undoes our complicated belts and unbuttons all of our shirt with his toe shoes like he's strapped in like he's a lady and a gynecologist thing. Both legs just out, just double working our zippers. And that's how it starts.
He's doing a handstand.
No, he's turtling.
And I'm just banging his face. He told us
honestly,
he tried to give Ryan advice. He's like, you should try to do a handstand every day. I've been doing that, and it's been really good for me.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine just watching like Adam? Like if you were at a party and you asked him
how many holes in his drywall does he have from his heels just smashing against?
Every
The
time I see
walk.
Adam in person, I'm going to make him do a handstand and he'll happily do it. He'll be like so happy to show off his handstand, like at parties and like, Adam, you can't do a handstand. And he'll be like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. And then he'll
he's like a dog. You wave a stick, he gets excited.
He'll do a handstand and then he'll like fall and like knock over someone's bookshelf.
I gotta go pee.
All right, this episode's over. Later.
Is it done? Is it done?